Report. Place, Jena, Germany. Schiller's house. Date, October or November, 1794. Time, around noon. Subject 1. Friedrich Hölderlin, 24 years old, a promising poet. Thanks to Schiller's support, he recently began to publish his novel Hyperion in parts. 12 years later he will lose his reason. He will spend the last 36 years of his life in a tower overlooking the river Neckar in Tübingen. In the 20th century, some scholars will come to regard Hölderlin as the author of an anonymous passage known as the oldest program for a system of German idealism. This document claims that poetry will once again become the teacher of mankind, as it was under the reign of myth, for beauty is the highest idea connecting truth and goodness.
Hier ist der Großdeutsche Rundfunk. Wir übertragen den OKW-Bericht vom 13. Februar 1945 aus dem Führerhauptquartier. Das Oberkommando der Wehrmacht gibt bekannt: Im Raum von Fürstenberg, Frankfurt an der Oder-Küstrin veränderte sich die Lage nicht wesentlich, obwohl die feindlichen Angriffe auch hier etwas stärker waren als in den Vortagen. Die Besatzung von Küstrin kämpfte weiterhin hervorragend und schlug alle feindlichen Angriffe zurück. Unsere Sendung ist damit zu Ende.
Subject 2. Friedrich Schiller, 35 years old, a successful poet, playwright and thinker, and Hölderlin's mentor. He is currently preparing the publication of his Letters upon the Aesthetic Education of Man, the final form of which he is consulting with Goethe. This work will become influential for many 20th and 21st century thinkers. In the text, Schiller argues that the path to political freedom leads through beautiful art. The work of art provides a man with a model of free play, in which both his rational and sensual instincts are equally employed. Schiller offers as an example the Greek sculpture called the Juno Ludovisi, whose beautiful stone face attracts us while simultaneously keeping us at a distance. Subject 3. Johann Wolfgang Goethe, 45 years old, a famous poet, novelist, thinker and politician, Schiller's older friend and Hölderlin's revered role model. His work on the novel Wilhelm Meister's Apprenticeship, which has lasted almost 20 years, is coming to a conclusion with Schiller's encouragement. The book is to become the most famous instance of the so-called Bildungsroman, a novel about coming of age or formation of character. The Romantics will celebrate it as an example of an ideal synthesis of prose, poetry, and philosophy. Goethe himself, however, will value most highly his scientific work on color theory, which he will publish 16 years later.
Я Москва, Север 1. Вызывается тайга 5. Вызывается тайга 5. Тайга 5. Сообщаем. Для геологических партий 12, 16, 21 результаты анализа шихты, присланы соответственно 1, 3 и 7 января этого года. 38, 977, 35, 610, 97, 653. 21. Особое внимание обратить на нижнеюрские отложения в квадрате АС-5 в районе сопки 2569. При упаковке образцов пород просьба придерживаться наших стандартов. Николаева поздравляем рождением сына. Вес 3,5 килограмма, рост 49. Конец. Повтор через час.
Description of the situation. Subject 1 visited the house of Subject 2. Subject 3 was sitting deep within the room. As he was concealed in shade, Subject 1 hardly noticed him at first. Subject 2 warmly welcomed Subject 1 and introduced him to Subject 3. Then he introduced Subject 3 to Subject 1. However, Subject 1 didn't catch the name of Subject 3. Paying little attention to Subject 3, he focused on his discussion with Subject 2. Subject 3 said nothing for a long time. Then Subject 2 left the room for a while. Subject 3 asked Subject 1 several polite questions. Subject 1 responded laconically, as he was accustomed to. Subject 2 returned to the room. Some more guests joined them later, and their conversation revolved mainly around theatre. Subject 1 still did not know who Subject 3 was. It was only after leaving the house that he learned his name the same evening.